Hello. Been a while since I made one. I've been so busy working, but as I'm working, I'm still listening to the Catechism of the Year and the Bible of the Year with Father Mike Smits. Forgive me, Father, if you ever find this video. I butchered your name. Oh well, what I heard in the Bible year, you butcher a lot of names too. So I love you, but I'm here today to I don't know. I feel from listening to this, I feel inspired to talk about this, to talk about Joseph. I mean, Joseph is our great role model of a father. I mean, look at what he has done for the church. He's our patron paint. He's our patron. I am butchering this. Forgive me. I have a tongue twister. My mouth is really dry. He's the saint of the church. He's a saint. He's a patron saint of the church, and he's a patron saint of families. And he should be the role model for every father. Yes, God is the father of creation and all that, but he's given us Saint Joseph to show us, to lead by example, how to be a good father. And I don't really have that much experiences. I had father figures in my life. I had my dad until I was 11, 12 years old. And I had my grandfather, and I had my tios, especially my tio Rene. And I still have him. And I got my other tios, like my tio Gustavo, my padrino Victor. I mean, I have all these father figures, and they're in every little way they're a good role model. But when I needed a father, half the time I didn't have one. So for me to live my faith and to be open to life and to live every day raising my children and guiding them down the right path is a struggle. I mean, it's not a bad struggle, it's a good struggle. I mean, I'm learning stuff every day about my kids. They're clearly hilarious. I mean, I wouldn't give any second of this. I wouldn't give any millisecond or trillionth of a second or whatever. I mean, this is the best that I could possibly do, and the best times of my life is with my wife and my kids, and to help guide and protect them and provide for them and give guidance is on me. I'm the head of the house, but I have my wife who supports me, and I support her. And the role of the church is, you got the head of the house, and the role of a family is, you got the head of the house, you got the head of it's basically me, and my wife supports me, and I support her. But the head of the house is also the servant of the house, and that means you do what needs to be done. Even if no one else wants to do it, you have to get it done. That means you have to pick up the slack. You have to pick up the stuff. You got to fix all the stuff. You got to whatever. We got to serve our kids. We got to serve our wife. And yes, they help us too. We teach them to do all this stuff too. And I got ants. Sorry. It's just one of those things that, as a father, you're supposed to do. And it's the same thing. How we raise our kids, and how we have the hierarchy of our family's pecking order, and it's the same as the church. We have our Pope, who's the head of the house, and he's supposed to serve us. I mean, if you take it like how your faith is, I mean, it should be like that. And I'm not saying that the man's in charge and what it says goes. I mean, no. doesn't always work that way. And I know in some cultures it does. I mean, that's what it is, and it's not right, I don't think, because you don't give a voice to your wife, you don't give a voice to your kids, and you have to have that. You have to let your wife correct you at times. You might go too far on your corrections, and you need someone to say, hey, step back, no, don't do that, hold your tongue. I got a temper. My wife tells me without talking, just looks at me. I'm like, yep, okay, whatever, I'll calm down. But I mean, we are together like that, and to be a good father, I mean, when you don't know what you're doing, and you need guidance, it's nice to know that you have the stories of Joseph, which is not very many, but very powerful. I mean, Joseph's only on the picture for a short time, and he served. That little bit of time is him serving, him protecting. I mean, you could look up a lot of stories about him with Jesus, and you can see a lot of icons with him holding Jesus, he's walking for Jesus, he's holding Jesus on his shoulders and picking up the slack, and yeah, I mean, like, that's the job of a father, to unconditionally love your family and doing what you have to do for your family. And sometimes the big picture is not you. I mean, it's hard when you have an ego, it's hard when you're very prideful, but to humble yourself for at least your family is a great, great, great honor. And like I said, I would not give up 1 second of my life for my kids. I love every second I spend with them. I love every second I spend with my wife. I mean, my wife helps me with everything. And like, I'm following this guy Isaac on TikTok too. I mean, he's showing his faith conversion and how to pray, and like, do not be ashamed of praying. I mean, it's not be ashamed to pray in public either. I mean, as a family, you should pray. When you go out to eat, you should pray. Give thanks for the food you go out to eat at. Who cares as other people sees it? I mean, you're not praying for them. You're being a sign for them at that time, but it's not for them. It's for you and your families. It's to humble yourself, not humiliate yourself. I'm sorry, I used the wrong word. It's to humble yourself to be strong in faith. All these little steps you take, I mean, you might feel embarrassed, you might feel humiliated. Sorry, bad. But we got to teach our children faith, and we got to start somewhere, and we got to start with our children, taking them to mass, and especially with a big family. Mass is another story. I mean, I just want you fathers to know that you're not alone, that there's more people out there with big families, and there's a lot more people with just starting families. And if you're just starting a family, great, keep it up. But if you're thinking about where you want to be at, I mean, pray, because we need fathers. We need fathers in faith. We need fathers in life and families, and God is calling on all of us men to actually pick up these crosses and carry them, because we're not just carrying our own, we're carrying our kids.